الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله الواحد الأحد الفرد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على حبيبنا وشفينا وقدوتنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه فيا عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله يقول الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم بعد أن نستعيذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون وقال أيضا واتقوا الله واعلموا أنكم إليه تحشرون ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا. All praise is due to Allah. We praise Him, we ask forgiveness, we seek refuge in Allah from the evils of our own souls and from our wicked deeds. I bear witness that there is no deity worship beside Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is His servant and His messengers. We ask Allah to bless our Prophet Muhammad SAW, his pure family and companion, and all Muslims around the world. Dear brothers and sisters, a Sahabi by name Qatada and his another Sahaba went to the village, and then he met a Bedouin, and he asked him, "Did you hear anything from the Muhammad SAW?" He said, "Yeah. One time I was with him, and he said the following hadith. Innaka lam tada shay'an lillahi azza wa jal illa badalaka bihi ma huwa khairun laka minhu." Brother, can you stop, brother, talking? And it means if you give up something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will substitute or replace with something that better. So the first said, if you give up something for Allah, not for other reason, right? Because maybe you give up something because you don't like it, but you give up something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, will replace with something that better. And the hadith that mentioned what is it? It could be the same thing or better than that in dunya, in the akhirah. Right? So why is it when you give up something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the reward so great? Because to give up something, mostly it's something that you like it, you love it. You have a job, and the job, mashallah, the salary is very good, the bonus very good, but it's not very halal. Right? You was working, very important job, time for salat. To give up that job, to pray, it's not easy sometimes. No, we are in summer, when Fajr is so early. To give up deep sleep is not easy. So therefore, why the reward is so high? Right? So therefore, to give up something, we need in Arabic called mujahadatun nafs, to struggle against your soul. Because in our soul, we have the arrogance of Iblis. We have the envy of Qabil. We have the tyrant of Fir'aun, the trick of Abu Sabat, the ignorant of Abu Jahl. So we have everything. It's not easy to struggle. Right? So therefore, for example, whoever content, satisfy with Allah's qadr and qada, Allah degree for you, Allah will give you tu'manina. You know, tu'manina means peace in your hearts. Give you yaqeen. Right? This could be somebody suddenly said, doctor said you have a cancer and you're going to die in 3 months. It's not easy. Right? Or you lost your job. Or you plan to marry a sister, a girl. For 1 year you make engagement, you spend everything. Suddenly you heard that that woman married the other one. Right? It's not easy. There is a Sahabi, he had a beautiful son. And he was proud with his son. He always bring his son to the proper class. And after finished, Pastor Lord, it's my son, my son. So one day he came without his son. He looked like very sad. I said, what's your son? Inna lillah wa inna rajiun. He passed away. Rasulullah know he was really stressed. And he said, would you like on the day of judgment, your son waiting for you in the door of Jannah, and they call your name? Oh, that's why, yes. Yeah. Whoever stop lying and stick with the truth, Allah SWT will guide him to the truthfulness. And Allah will written his name among the Siddiqeen. Siddiqeen, the second level after the Prophet. Right? In the Quran, Allah mentioned, مَعَلَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ عَلَيْهِم مِّنَ النَّبِيِّينَ وَالصِّدِّقِينَ. Whoever give up haram, right? Maybe job, maybe something that you're doing, right? Allah will replace with halal and better. And Allah SWT will give light into the face of the person. I would like to share a story. In Syria, there's a famous masjid called Masjid al-Tawbah. In that masjid, there is an imam. He was there for 30 years. This imam is so zahid, he's poor. So one day, a young man came, said, Imam, my life is dirty. I am a thief. I want to change my life. I give up everything. I just want to learn deen with you. Okay. You can stay here. There's many room in the masjid. But you have to be ready. What? We didn't have food here. Every day we just eat dates and water. I said, okay. So he stayed there for months. So one day, in 2 days, there's no even date, only water. He's so hungry. So the third day, he said, look, the Imam always mentioned, ad-darurah tubihul mahdurat. When you are in darurat, in urgent, the haram become halal. And he used to be thief, so he know how to steal. So he go to the roof of the masjid. In that area, the masjid connected with the houses. So from the roof, you can just jump. So jump one house. Second house, he saw a lot of women. He lowered his gaze. And then the third house, he smelled food. So he went down, went to the kitchen. He found 2 eggplant in the pot. He was so hungry. He was so happy. He took that eggplant and he bite it. While he biting, before he swallowed, he remembered again, astaghfirullah. His taqwa come out. He says, haram. I cannot eat from haram. So he split it and put the eggplant back. And then he ran to the masjid. When he came to the masjid, his imam was sitting with old man and a young lady. They was talking, he didn't was talking. So when the imam he saw him, he said, hey, did you marry? I said, no, sir. You would like to get married? Yeah, imam. I cannot even to buy bread. How I get married? I said, look, this is the uncle. This is a lady. Her husband passed away, and her iddah finished 3 months ago. And her uncle worry that nobody come because she's come from other cities. She's lonely here, And don't worry, her husband left behind the house and the wealth. I said, okay. So they get married, and then his wife now accompany him to go to her house, and then the house number 3. That's where he took the eggplant. So, and then when she opened her face, she was so beautiful woman. And she said, are you hungry? He said, yeah. So she went to the kitchen and she's screaming, what happened? Somebody was here, I think. And the man crying, it was me. And he told her the story. And then she said, Alhamdulillah, you keep up the haram. Look at what Allah substitute for you. Now this 2 eggplant is yours now. Not only that, you have wife now and you have house. So when you give up something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will replace something that better. Yes. I have many stories about this. Even in our life. There's a brother came to me, he'll get laid off. Then he tried to find job, but most of the job is not halal. I said, just be patient. Like security in disco and do this. Be patient. For 6 months, his saving almost finished. But alhamdulillah, Allah replaced after that. He worked in Pentagon and the salary double. But something need patience when to give up something. Anyone who give up arrogance and stick with humbleness, Allah will elevate him in dunya and akhirah. And Allah will make people love him. You know what Allah said to Musa alayhi salam? Ya Musa, why I call you Kalimullah? I can talk to you directly. Because I never find in your heart any arrogance. You're always humble. What humbleness mean? When you meet anybody, black, white, Arab, non-Arab, you don't feel you are better than them. That's when you are humble. If you feel something that you are better because you are Pakistani, Indian, or Indonesian, Arab, that's you still have the seed of the arrogant. Right? Whoever abandon, give up their bad friends, Allah will replace with the good one. Right? The one that will bring you into goodness and Jannah. Whoever give up an argument, something we have debated about silly thing something, and you are right, but I don't want to hurt this brother. Right? Allah will build the house in Jannah. Because sometimes the brother, they was always together, they love one another, but because of the argument, they hate one another. Right? So this is the hadith. And we look into the Quran, Allah mentioned many times. Sulaiman alayhi salam, he loved the horses. He had 2,000 horses. Right? And one day, he was enjoying checking all his horses one by one. And then almost sunset. He almost missed the Asr time. This is in the Quran. أحببت حب الخير عن ذكر ربي حتى توارت بالحجاب. And because of that, he killed that horse. Right? Because of you, I forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? There's a brother, when he know the story about this, one day he came to the Sheikh. Sheikh, I just destroyed my laptop. I said, why? Because they distract me from my salat sometime. And the Sheikh said, don't destroy it, just give it to me next time. So don't follow understand literally, right? But it is true. Umar bin Khattab radiallahu anhu, one day, he was busy fixing his garden here and there. And then his people passed by. Assalamualaikum, where you came from? We just finished Ashar. What? Because of Asar, because of this garden, I forget pray Asar in Jama'ah, not pray Asar. So he said, from now on, this garden is not mine, it's for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So sometimes you can do that. You miss Fajr, said, my Lexus, not mine anymore. Right? Rasulullah SAW, or Yusuf alayhi salam, Yusuf give ups from temptation of the beautiful woman. The ulama said, they give you 20 reasons. Even if Yusuf do it, there's excuses. Number one, he is young. He have desire. The woman who seduced him was a beautiful woman. And also his master. He is strangers. Right? Nobody know him. But he said, Ma'adallah. He seek Allah refuge in Iran. Because he give up the temptation, what Yusuf get? What Allah replaced? He become man number one in Egypt after that. Become minister. And also marry with that woman, the same woman. Right? But through the halal way. Yeah. Rasulullah SAW, he loved Makkah so much. When he left Makkah, he looked at the Makkah. So, Wallahi, you are the most beloved city to me. If my people did not drive me out, I will not leave you. So he left. He gave up his beloved. What happened? In 8 years, Allah replaced what? He returned to Makkah, became like a victorious. He's in charge now. Not only that, not only Makkah, the Sahaba also give up. In 20 years, Allah give him what? Roman and Persian. Subhanallah. Suhaib al-Rumi. When everybody was migrated, Suhaib al-Rumi also migrated, but the Quraysh was catch him on the way. And Suhaib is good in shooting with the arrow. I said, look, I have 20 arrows. I can shoot you one by one, right? Then maybe but the Quraysh might be about 30 people. And then you can kill me or I kill off you. But if you let me go and you take all my wealth, that's a good deal. They look for another. Okay, you came here, you are so look, you didn't have nothing. So I have taught them where is his gold, his cattle and everything. And let him go. When he arrived in Cuba, Rasulullah SAW said, Rabbi halbay, yes, Suhaib. He said, your transaction, your trade was successful. And then the ayah was revealed about him. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَسِي نَفْسُ ابْتِغَاءَ مَرْضَاتِ اللَّهِ. Among people, they sacrifice themselves. They sacrifice their wealth, but also look like sacrifice themselves in order to gain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? In many stories about people when they give up something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaces something better. أقول قولي هذا وأغفر لي ولكم وادعوا الله وأنتم موقنون بالإجابة. الحمد لله حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافي مزيده. يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. So again the hadith said, whoever give up something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will substitute, will replace better. But you have to have yaqeen in your heart about this hadith. Maybe, people now dealing with haram thing. You have job. This job is not good, not halal. It's not easy. But if you have yaqeen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reply. Right? Maybe you have a plan, and that plan will get you benefit a lot. Right? Or look at around in your house. Is there something that not supposed to? Right? And many things. Right? So you have to check and then give ups. One of the give up that is this is a Friday. In the Quran said, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu idza nudiya lis-salati min yawmil jumu'ati fas'au ila dhikrillah. Oh, you believe? When the time for Jum'ah, the call of Adhan. He said, fas'au. You know fas'au mean? Quick, hurry. Don't wait. Right? What for? To pray Jum'ah? No. Ila dhikrillah. To remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let me khutbah. Right? Look at when I start khutbah, how many people here? Right? And it become custom. Any masjid. And very interesting, those brothers who came late for Jum'ah, they're always on time when they're going to have appointment with doctor, with dentist, with the lawyer. Why with Allah appointment, you don't care? Come almost dua. And look like this is nothing, sin. Musa alayhi salam was asked, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah, can you show me the worst of my people? The worst of my people. He said, the one who could come Jum'ah, the last one, and leave the first one. Subhanallah. I know maybe you have meeting, we have something, but you need to give up. This is Friday. I have appointment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is at least for me to be reminder, because all week I was busy. Maybe this Jummah, I get something that can change my life. So we have to show the respect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? And then when you come and late, feel guilty. Ya Allah, why I cannot come on Jummah on time? I can come any meeting with any man, especially with doctor, and I be on time. Why I cannot meet Allah on time? That's the meaning of the hadith. You have to give up something. Allah call you. One day, Abdullah bin Umar, went to the village with his companion. He saw a shepherd. The shepherd of course, have goat and lamb. So Umar said, can I buy one of your lamb? I said, sorry, sir. It's not belong to me. Belong to my master. Don't worry. You want to test him. Tell your master a wolf came and took one of the wolf. What the boy said? Sir, fa'ayn Allah. Where is Allah? And Abdullah bin Umar, so happy. Boy is 7 years old. Right? You know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said, where's your master? So he led to his master. He said, is this your slave? He said, yes, I'm going to buy him. Is your cattle? He said, yes, I want to buy all of them. So he set free that boy, and he said, all this cattle is yours. And he said, this is the reward of being give up for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being taqwa in this world. Imagine the reward in the judgment. Subhanallah. The reward when you give up here, the judgment is prayer. The brothers, please look at around, look at yourself. Right? Sometimes you not give up for the salat. You give up because maybe you love your son, your family, but doing something that's not supposed to. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always guide us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen inshallah our iman and our yaqeen. Allahumma ja'alna min alladhina yastami'una qawla fayattabi'una ahsana. Allahumma hina ala al-islam wa sunnah. وتوفنا على الإيمان والتوبة. اللهم اجعل خير أمرنا آخره وخير عملنا خواتمه وخير أيامنا يوم نلقاك في إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم بارك لنا في أولادنا، اللهم بارك لنا في واحفظهم لنا، اللهم احفظهم، اللهم اجعلهم من الصالحين القانتين يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم احفظهم من كل الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع الدعوات يا مجيب الحاجات. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. واذكركم وأقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله